County Fair Queen, Miss Molly Murphy.
Stoddard County Fair Queen, Miss Molly Murphy, and our first responders. See the Missouri State Highway Patrol represented there. Also the Sheriff's Department. You see champions for the change. And we do appreciate all of our first responders. We've had a lot going on in Missouri this week, especially in St. Louis, and we do support those guys and gals out there as they're in harm's way every single day. Matter of fact, I got Miss Hillary Starnes here beside me, her husband Andy Starnes in law enforcement, or father in law enforcement in the great state of Arkansas. There's you see another Stoddard County Sheriff's deputy. Also, if you caught a glimpse of the table, alongside me, my beautiful wife, Lori Bishop.
You're so sweet.
Yeah. There's Mr. Andy. You got to blow her a kiss. There's the kiss. That bought him some brownie points in a hurry. Stoddard County Sheriff's Department, good representation here at the Stoddard County Fair, and I believe this is the 90th year for the Stoddard County Parade, and I believe about the 5th year we've had the privilege to MC. Good crowd on hand as usual, and you never know what kind of weather you're going to get this time of year. Sunny and 90 degrees, and every bit of 90 degrees, probably heat index of at least 95. You've seen a lot of our first responders. Here's the fire department right here carrying the Champions for Change, sponsored by the Southeast Health Group, I believe. And those guys were complaining about it being hot, and we're sitting up here not doing anything. They're in pretty much full gear walking in the parade. Appreciate our firefighters, because I know the Dexter's kind of the hub for the county, and those guys respond everywhere in the county. I know Brad Warner last week was just talking on Facebook about his appreciation to all the local volunteer firemen in the Dexter Fire Department for, helping with the issue he had at his business. And the fire truck, the kids' favorite here. And that is your Dexter Fire Department. And you'll see coming into the picture, I guess now, the Dudley Fire Department. Well, you can't have a parade without the fire trucks. They're out in full force today. We'll try to give you a few reminders. A lot going on this week. Miss Hillary got me a list of things here in the next couple of weeks around Dexter and around the county. Of course, this is the homecoming week for the Dexter Bearcats. They'll face Caruthersville on Friday night. The homecoming tailgate, which has been a popular event the last several years. Last year was moved down to the field, had more of a tailgate feel to it. If any of you have ever been to a college tailgate, I think it had everything but the adult beverages. It had a good tailgate feel. So it'll kick off around 4:30. I think a lot of you guys out there, if you're listening, you plan on setting up. I think they've done a good job of communicating, but try to get out there early and set up. That way you're not having to fight the school crowd getting out of school at 3 o'clock. And that'll kick off again at 4:30. Lots of freebies out there. It should be a good ball game. Our Bearcats are 4-1 to start this season, coming off the big win against the Sykeston Bulldogs last week, shutting them out for the first time in 3 years, and I think only the second win in about 10 years against Sykeston. Of course, that's the last time they'll play Sykeston on the football schedule, at least for the time being. Here we have the Bloomfield Fire and Rescue. I apologize. Bloomfield Fire and Rescue. And also the Puxico Fire and Rescue. And you can see the auxiliary, ladies auxiliary for Southeast Hospital. Miss Amy Ellinghouse. They're being led by Miss Betty Kersey as well. Miss Kim Esner there, and I believe that's Claire and Kennedy leading the way there. They're gonna have to get Miss Betty in a hurry. Claire giving us a wave. Mr. Corey Blocker. If you tune in on Friday nights, we talk about Corey a lot. He and Dr. Gibbon graciously volunteer their time to the Dexter football team, so we have the best medical staff you can ask for on the sidelines each and every Friday night, and they do that for the big pay of $0. And right here we have Alexis's lemonade stand. This is the Dexter Elks Lodge. Their lodge number 2439. Dexter Elks, huge in this county. There's been a lot of wedding receptions, I guess, so to say, out there. They host a lot of community events, Chamber of Commerce Awards Dinner. And here we have the Stoddard County ARC, the King Anthony, our Queen Kenya for 2017. So your Stoddard County ARC King and Queen, Mr. Anthony and Miss Kenya. Another local business here is you have Robert's Auto and Towing. 625-2234, so you can put it in your phone now if you ever need to be towed. Give Robert's Towing a call. And of course, with every parade, we've got our bands, and our bands you'll see here on the table, or if you catch it into the view, they're being judged each and every year. Our first band is the Puxico High School Marching Band. And as they get a little closer, I will stick the mic out there and let you tune in to the Puxico High School Marching Band. That is your Puxico High School Marching Band, as they have stopped here just in front of Gregory's 2 East to perform for the judges. I know Puxico always does really well in the parade, as all of our bands do. I know the judging's usually announced, I guess, Hillary, on following day, so the winners of this will be out tomorrow. And I'll probably title this wrong, but you can see your flag girls here, and the Puxico Marching Band getting a nice response from all of those in attendance here on Stoddard Street. Puxico High School Marching Band, they did an outstanding job. And we've got another float coming up here. This is Oh, it's the Queen. I apologize. And the John Deere tractor trailer there, it's Maddie Beth Fox, Little Miss Puxico 2016, and Braylon Fox, Little Miss Puxico 2017. And we got all of our scouts here. I see Troop 200. This is Troop 200. Big deal for the kids to get to walk in the parade, and they're in full uniform. Mr. Thad King leading the way for the Girl Scouts. And that ride was sponsored by Thule Farm and Home. Followed up here, your Girl Scouts. And then immediately behind them is the Explosion Allstars, one of our local tumble cheer providers here in Dexter. Miss Emma Pennington waving at the camera there. Emma is a 5th grader at Dexter Central Elementary. And that is your Explosion All-Stars, as you see them, some of the younger ones trailing behind, and see some coaches' shirts there. This is Car Hop class, no, this is Sonic. I should have recognized. As much as I'm there, I recognize a few of my Sonic workers. They're holding up signs. Superheroes, Car Hop Classic. I hate to admit, but I'm at Sonic at least twice a day, maybe 3. And here's Miss Holly Hughes and her son Tucker Hughes leading the way. Katie Leverett. Dexter Community Care Center. And that group, I believe, is originally out of Sykeston, have an office here in Dexter. Miss Jackson waving at the crowd. Holly's on the school board, I know, over at Richland.
Dexter PEO.
And this is the Dexter PEO Chapter CP, 100 years in existence. That's pretty impressive. Several faces on their float that you'll recognize there, and they're celebrating their 100 years as a chapter. That is your Dexter PEO Chapter CP. We've got another queen, if Lori can help me out with that.
This is Tiny Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen, Miss Lakin Ray Jones.
Miss Lakin Ray Jones, Tiny Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen. And she is a doll. That's what Hillary's saying. How cute is she? And here comes another one of our marching bands. This is your Belle City High School marching band. Again, Belle City Marching High School Band. I'll let you tune in for a second. Again, that's your Belle City Marching Band. As I understand it, there are some middle school students as well in that band, so middle school and high school students from Belle City. And here is Reese Mattingly, the 2017 Little Miss Dexter Queen, followed up by Tansley Shelton, Little Miss Stoddard County, Petite Miss Stoddard County Fair. Just because I do recognize that's the niece of Coroner Kenny Pope and Angela Pope. And again, we have another queen here. This is Oliviana Hester, 2016 Petite Miss Fair Queen. And I'm going to turn it over to Lori for a minute with a few of these queens.
Be proud in your group. Be proud of what you're doing with your individual part. And just...
And the next queen we got coming up is Miss Cimber Arnold. She is from Bernie, and she is Miss Bernie 2017.
Glad that I got to hear you this afternoon, and I wish you the very best as you receive.
Let's get the mic up here. All right, so we have Cimber Arnold, Miss Bernie 2017. I know Cimber used to be a big volleyball player down at Bernie. Followed up here, this is Sims Transport LLC. Well, they're towing.
They advertise the sheds there.
It's the sheds. I'm drawing a blank here. Easy Portable. I don't know what I'd do with Hillary not here, but the Easy Portable buildings, you'll see those out in between Orchland's, Dexter Barbecue advertised there. And here is you always got to have the politicians. What's a parade without politicians? This would be your Stoddard County Republicans. As you can see, local and national names on the board. And again, Mr. Herman Morris, which has just been nominated recently to represent the Republicans in the representative race that'll be coming up, I think, in, I guess, October, November. And there's Gerald for judge. Mr. Gerald running for judge, county judge. Okay, yeah. And Gerald, some information I forgot to announce. Gerald was appointed by Governor Greitens to finish out the term of Judge Mitchell. Judge Mitchell recently retiring, excuse me, as you may have read in the papers. All right, we got Doug Leibler for Missouri Senate here. Billy Patt, former state representative Billy Pat Wright. Now works with the Libla campaign. And I missed the sign on the front of this SUV, but I'll try to catch it on the back, I think. I said SUV, I guess ATV is what I meant.
Demo Derby.
Demo Derby, Stoddard County. It's the 23rd at 7 p.m. Follow me to the Demo Derby. And here we have another high school band. This is the Bernie Marching High School Band. Here are your Bernie Mules, and I'll let you listen into the Bernie Marching Band. And here we have the Jim Bollinger and Son, Heating and Air, and they do an outstanding job here in Dexter. Well, everywhere. I mean, they're located home office here in Dexter. Jimbo and son Braden. They actually helped me out of a jam when we returned home from vacation. Had a little air conditioner issue that popped up and had somebody there within 30 minutes to get me going. We have another fair queen or royalty, a few of them coming up here. And this is Miss Mabry Belle, Little Miss Bloomfield 2017. So Mabry Belle, and she's waving. His mom and dad tell her to wave at the camera. And she's followed up by Miss Bloomfield, which is Madison Cox. So there's your Miss Bloomfield, Madison Cox. I'd like to say hello to Lisa Aslan right now. She said she was going to go home, put on her PJs, and watch the parade from her recliner. So I'd like to say hello to Lisa right now, as I know you're watching. This is Miss Angel Bain. This is Miss BHS. So Miss BHS, Angel Bain. And here are your Three Rivers cheerleading group. So they're going to do a cheer here in front of the table.
Go! Raiders, go! 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 Go! Raiders, go!
So outstanding job, Three Rivers cheerleading group. You'll see Rocky Raider over there, and some of you may recognize a familiar face, Blake Palmer, which is cheering with Three Rivers. Graduated from Dexter High School last year. Good athlete at Dexter, played football. Mr. Joe Kinley, which is the director out here at our local Three Rivers facility. Took the position Bill Hampton had held for a handful of years, and this is one of their mobile training labs. And at this time, and we would like to talk about, Hillary, I guess Three Rivers now offering a welding class, I believe now. They're doing some diesel mechanic stuff. They're really trying to focus. Here is Miss Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. So we've got a representation for Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital there. And I'll finish my thought on Three Rivers here in a minute. And here's Miss Landry Baker, 2017 Junior Miss Bernie Queen, 2016 Young Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen, and 16 Young Miss Bernie Fall Fest Queen. And second alternate and Junior Miss Bernie. Trying to catch them all there. Once again, another one of your county marching bands. This is the Bloomfield High School Marching Band, so the Bloomfield Wildcats. You'll see your flag girls leading the marching band here. They're in some, I guess, vintage 50s attire. Your flag girls. Does that be considered a poodle skirt?
That is a poodle skirt.
So that's a poodle skirt. And we'll let you tune in to the high school marching band for Bloomfield. Great job by the Bloomfield Marching Band. Next, we have the Mingo Job Corps. Mingo holds a big spot in the county, and they do, I know they do a good job of getting involved with softball leagues. I noticed the bus the other night at the football game. They get the kids out to the football game. They focus on vocation and education, as you see there on their sign. Here we have E&E Tree Service, Dallas Eubanks. You can reach them at 421-1084 or 421-087. Don and Linda Edwards. So E&E Tree Service. We were talking about Three Rivers. They're really focusing on trying to keep jobs here in the county and in the area. And, you talk a lot, there's a lot of kids that don't go to actually a 4-year college out there. They can get a welding degree right here in Dexter, a diesel mechanic degree here in Dexter. Also the A+ is honored. You can have a kid stay at home, save a lot of money as opposed to going off to a university. So we're happy to have Three Rivers in the community. Hillary wants a big part of that Three Rivers family. Here we have Heartland Furniture and Appliances. Heartland Furniture and Appliances. And one I'm a little biased here. This is your 2017 Miss Dexter, Macy Roper. Macy, same age as my oldest daughter, Anna Claire. And she is followed up by Caitlin Owens, 2017 Junior Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen, 17 Junior Miss Dexter First Alternate, and 16 Preteen Fall Fest Queen. Caitlin Owens. Her sister T.O. also was big into the pageants a handful of years ago. Taylor now out of school 3 or 4 years. I see her sitting in the passenger seat. Here we have Lacey Warner. She's Queen Petite Miss Bloomfield Liberty Days pageant winner 2016. So Miss Lacey Warner. And this is Circle G Ranch Supply, one of our new, feed stores, for lack of better words, that's here in Dexter. The Garner's owner-operators, and you can see you can just get just about anything you need for, farm or local pet supplies. So, Circle G Ranch Supply.
Oh, there's Reba.
And there we got Miss Reba. There's several of the pets here following along. This is Straight Line Swine. I have to tell Lori to take a picture of that. We have a brother-in-law that competition cooks. So Straight Line Swine Competition Barbecue Team out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. They're sponsored by D-Boats Parking Lot Service, ASA Asphalt, Superior Pest Control, the Roofing Company, and B&K Sealing. I have to apologize. I got my education in the great state of Arkansas. I read a little slower.
Hit up on this.
Yeah, we got, Lori's right. A few more reminders. The Kiwanis ball drop is scheduled for September the 29th. You can buy tickets at the Chamber for $10, or you can stop by Southern Bank. The ball closest to the target will win $400. So you can turn $10 into $400. That money stays local here in Dexter. They do scholarships, send boys to boys state, girls to girls state. If you could sponsor that, buy a ticket, that would be outstanding.
You don't have to be present.
And you do not have to be present to win. And here we have the Dexter High School Marching Band. So your Dexter Bearcats represented well as they sound outstanding. I hear somebody from the crowd hollering at Miss Layla. And she's one of your drum majors. And here's your Dexter High School Marching Band. Your marching Bearcats just sound outstanding. As they're stopped here in front of Gregory's 2 East. I'll let you tune back in for a minute. That is your Dexter High School Marching Band. As you see your flag girls following up here. They were led by Miss Layla Brown, and I did not catch the faces of the other two drum majors, so I apologize, parents or family, if you're tuning in. I know Miss Tony's sure proud of Layla. We're going to call this a classic 5.0 GT Mustang. Hey, the 5.0, you can't beat it. Here's Miss Megan Cullum. She is Miss Essex. So Megan Cullum, Miss Essex. And she is followed by Miss Bloomfield, Crayley Huddleston, and Petite Miss Bloomfield first alternate, JC Surface. We've got a good crowd on hand here today. For it to be 90 plus, several people in attendance, but you know, it's been going on for 90 years now, and people always look forward to this week. And this is one of my favorites, always in the parade. This is kind of a sobering moment every year in the parade. This is Carry the Cross. We will not be undersold, S-O-U-L-E-D, and big movement across the country carrying the cross. As you may have seen people carrying those through the interstate, and they're going to stop here a moment, and they'll get a nice applause from the crowd. So carry the cross. We appreciate them and everything they stand for. Even got some little crosses in here this year. You want to do that?
Got their minions. Oh, Forcia.
And this is Forcia, a factory that's been a staple in our community for several years. It's been through its fair share of name changes, but Forcia employs several people in the county, and a big part of the any automobiles nationally, worldwide, those parts come right out of Forcia here locally, and I know it is hot there. Mr. Dwayne Peace. Talking to Hillary, and here we've got a classic GMC pickup truck. I always love the old trucks. This is Miss McKenna and Mr. Lennox. Miss McKenna, Bernie Fall Festival second alternate. Lennox, Bernie Fall Festival Tiny Mr. King. I'm sorry I'm not getting all the awards in there as the parade's moving a little faster now. And here we have 2017 Mia Holden, Junior Miss Dexter, Young Miss Heartland, and Lennon Farrell, Little Miss Heartland.
Those are sisters.
Sisters there is, see their mother in the front seat, passenger side. Got a little bit of a delay here, but you will see coming up the TS Middle School Marching Bearcats, and Mr. Ryboat's really got a good thing going with the band program at Dexter right now as it continues to grow. I know the middle school has nearly doubled numbers over where they were at 10 years ago. A lot of talent coming through Dexter, and you'll, as you get a chance to listen to the middle school marching band, it's hard to believe they are middle schoolers, just doing an outstanding job. There may. We talked about the Popes earlier. I shouldn't start naming names because I'll miss some, but I can see Mr. Kenton Pope there on the saxophone, and I know that was a big goal of his to play the saxophone, and I hear he is really, really good. And here's Tucker Kyle also, I spotted. So your middle school Cody Jinkerson there driving the Bearcat golf cart. So your middle school marching band for the Bearcats just doing an outstanding job. Cody the newlywed. Just married this summer. We would also like to remind you that Fall Fest is October the 14th from 9 to 3 in downtown Dexter. The pageant will be the same day as the depot at the depot, starting at 1:30. So you can contact Alicia Trammell and Trammell Real Estate to sign up. Again, October the 14th, 9 to 3, downtown Dexter, and the pageant will be the same day. And here we have the Dexter Eagles. Dexter Eagles, located northeast corner of town. Your local Dexter Eagles will have a haunted house this year. So looking for a good haunted house, stay local. You can attend the Dexter Eagles. And here we have Jalen Williams, 2017 first alternate, Petite Miss Bernie. Next up, we have Whitney, 2017 Dexter Homecoming nominee. So Whitney, 2017 Dexter Homecoming nominee. Whitney, a Dexter High School student, and that's just, I know, a lot of excitement around her being nominated. And here's 2017 Stoddard County Fair Little Mister, first alternate, Liam Bratz. See Liam there in your rear view. And here I recognize Mr. Spence driving the classic Corvette, and they are followed up by Hefner's Furniture. Hefner's Furniture and Appliance, and that's a name that's well recognized in southeast Missouri, as Hefner's out of Poplar Bluff, and I believe each and every year they have something in the parade, so we appreciate Mr. Slug Hefner coming over. And also, we were talking about October the 14th earlier, downtown Dexter. That's the annual pie eating contest, sponsored by Young Real Estate. That's grown quite the crowd. I don't want to brag, but I am the reigning champion, and I will not be putting up the title. I'm going to retire as champion, but come out for that. And then also Cruising for Kids is September the 30th. Starts at 4 p.m. in downtown Dexter. There'll be a ton of activities, and I know they've been working really hard on this, so try to make it out.
They'll also have a lot of raffles down there, and all the proceeds go to kids. So.
A lot of raffle tickets with proceeds going to local youth. And here we have the Greenville Marching Band. Greenville Marching Band. So your Greenville Marching Band, and they did an outstanding job. Greenville not in the county, but they're here each and every year. Here, a somewhat new business to Dexter, few years here now, Little Caesars. So we appreciate Little Caesars putting a float in the parade.
Hot and ready, $5.
Yeah, hot and ready, $5. That's what they make, get your biggest bang for your buck. And they're followed up by VNA, the Visiting Nurse Association. Also, the Rotary Interact is going to have a 5K on October the 7th. Registration is at 7 a.m. at Charles Bland Stadium, so mark your calendar. Good time of the year if you're a runner or you're just getting into running. 5K, I'm sure it'll be a walk/run, so sign up for that, Rotary Interact. And I apologize, I missed the sign. It's Guardian Angels. Guardian Angels represented there. And I'm wondering if Mr. Greg Mathis is tuned in out there. I was just saying Greg usually watches every year. Greg Stevens, representing Autry-Moreland. Need a new vehicle, holler at Greg. These are all Autry-Moreland rides, as we see the new yellow Corvette there. Autry has dealerships all over southeast Missouri. He's well represented here today with his different lines. I mean, Nissan, Chevy, Cadillac. You see the Titan there, and then Is that a Maxima? It's a Nissan. I don't know, my car is great, but
Looks like a Maxima.
maybe a Nissan Maxima.
That is a Maxima.
And here we have Z95 The Bone. So Z95thebone.net. Tune in at 95.5 FM. And not too far behind them, Clear 94. www.kklr.com, Clear 94 for the best country. Lori has notified me. I believe we're going to have Richland High School Marching Band up here just shortly. I can see Emily Blunt. They're taking some pictures with the, she's with the Richland annual staff. Richland has won several national awards, been recognized for their annual staff. But right now, this is the Richland High School Marching Band. As you can see, Liza King there, also with the yearbook staff.
Usually ran by Kyle Carter.
Kyle Carter does a good job over there. So as they get a little closer, we'll let you tune in to the Richland Marching High School Band. Here we have the junior Miss Bernie first alternate, Mallory Rogers. And I did get a text, Mr. Mathis is at home watching in the coolness of his home. Not gonna lie, it's pretty hot out here, but hey, can't miss the Stoddard County Parade. Randy Mathis, just a big leader in our community. They just, local funeral home, but they do so much more than that. Big supporters of the county and the community. Greg, a local commissioner, presiding commissioner. And we'd also like to say thanks to YHC. You would not have the opportunity to watch it at home without YHC, and I believe Tyler can probably get you copies of this parade if you wanted to contact YHC. And here is Ella Ray Whitson, Tiny Miss first alternate. Not sure what though, so that's Ella Ray Whitson. Here we have Felix Vise, or maybe Vice, I'm sorry, I said Vise. Felix Vice, Little Mr. Stoddard County Fair, Tiny Mr. Peach Fair, Toddler Mr. Clay County, so he's been a busy little guy. Here we have Savannah, it's either lickings or likings, so I apologize. Several titles there, as you can see, first alternate, second alternate, and so Miss Savannah Likings. Here we have Avriana Kimbrell, Tiny Miss Heartland, Little Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen, Wee Miss Dexter, and Kylie Kimbrell, second petite Miss Heartland. So the Kimbrells must be a pageant family, represented well. And here we have Athena Baker, Miss American Girl Supreme, second alternate petite Miss Park Day, second alternate Miss Firework, and Riley McBelcher. And I apologize to any family tuning in that as they go by, it's a little tough to try to read everything on the signs. I can see Caleb Gott. There's I recognize Mr. Caleb, and he is on the float. It says a sweet start to the future at Dexter Head Start. So Dexter Head Start. Caleb, a fifth grader here at Dexter, also in my son's grade. Just a sharp kid. And here we have Ferguson Medical Group. Ferguson giving us a good wave over here to the table. And then this is the Bloomfield FFA. And I'm sure they are appreciative to Mayo Seed LLC volunteering to pull the Bloomfield FFA chapter. Several faces there I recognize, and their theme is hauling hay with and I'm sure it's FFA. We can't see the other side of the trailer, so you're Bloomfield. Yep, hauling hay with the FFA. So there's the hay bells on there. Here, a new business to Dexter, Ultimate Flooring and Paint. They're located in Dexter, Sykeston, and Cape Girardeau. Primary line of paint, Benjamin Moore. So Ultimate Flooring and Paint. And we are sure glad to have them in town, as we're appreciative of all. Keith Bird. manager there, I believe.
Beautiful Dexter cheerleader.
This is Precision Plus Exteriors. Precision Plus Exteriors. And they are followed by the Dexter Middle School cheerleading squad. Of course, I have to be a little bit partial there too, as my daughter Lydia, a Dexter Middle School cheerleader. See her there at the back, and they did an outstanding job. The Dexter Middle School Bearcats, along with Dexter Bearcat in the back. Here we have Edward Jones. That's Robert Monroe. And they are followed up by Thule Farm and Home, a business that's been in town for several years. And Thule Farm and Home, located out on 114. And this is a float sponsored by Hairworks. Hairworks, located on 511 North 1 Mile Road. You can reach them at 624-8885. So here, Hairworks. And I'm surprised they can get the little ones to be that good. I guess they're mesmerized by all the people. Here we have Curtis Clark, State Representative, 151st District, Curtis Clark. And he is a Democrat. As we said earlier, Herman Morris running on the Republican ticket, Curtis Clark running on the Democratic ticket. Here we have Airtech Heating and Air LLC. They can be reached at 624-0061, and another local heating and air company. And so I think we have 3 or 4. They do an outstanding job as well. The owner, Jason Johnson, I'm sure he would appreciate your call. Airtech Heating and Air LLC, 624-0061. We'll go ahead and give you another reminder here. Three Rivers College is hosting a trivia night on October the 24th at 6 p.m. All proceeds go to scholarship fund for the Dexter Center students. Contact Three Rivers for more information. So Three Rivers, a trivia night on October the 24th. Get you a group together. It's always a good time, the trivia nights. And that money will stay local to give scholarships to local Dexter attendees. We've got a little bit of a stall here. Reminder, again, the homecoming tailgate starts at 4:30 this Friday, and the game to follow at 7 against Caruthersville. Several businesses will be represented at the tailgate. So come on out. Airtech with another trailer here. Oh, Nick. We appreciate Nick Rowe tuning in with Fitness Connection as we're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you, I think he's probably thinking. Fitness Connection, they're in their new building now, I guess, about 1 year. We're coming up on 1 year. If you get a chance, I mean, Nick's just done an outstanding job. Ton of room down there. Located in the Cimber building. This is Grace Hanner, first alternate, preteen Miss Snowflake. Seems the parade is running. We got maybe more entrance this year than entries than we did last year. I think we even commented last year it was over in about 30 minutes, and we even started a little early today. So that's outstanding. Here's Busy Bee Lumber with their float, serving Stoddard County for 4 generations, and Mr. Sam Garner there in the back of the trailer. We appreciate the Garner family and Busy Bee. And they have a sign. If you're looking for parade candy, go to Busy Bee for parade candy. Many of you may know the Fair Board had decided, for the safety of all the kids watching the parade, that we would not do candy in the parade anymore, so you can stop by Busy Bee. Say hi. And this is your Stoddard County Nutrition Center here, wearing shirts that say, I do, will you? So we appreciate the Nutrition Center. I know they feed a lot of people through there. And they're gonna have they're gonna have chili and stew until 7:30. So if you get a chance, get you some chili and stew. And you see the Stoddard County Nutrition Center float here, as it reads, "Don't stand there, volunteer." And the Stoddard County Nutrition Center, are they responsible for Meals on Wheels as well? So Meals on Wheels, a big program that they, are able to take food out to elderly people that are maybe unable to get out of their house. It's all volunteer basis. So your Stoddard County Nutrition Center, if you get a chance, go out and support them tonight. Their chili and stew supper, as they'll be there till 7:30. This is Whitehead Electric, Mr. Jonathan Whitehead, as he is pulling the Pyramid Tri-County Hospice float. So the Pyramid Tri-County Hospice,
45 years.
they have been in business for 45 years. That's just amazing. Hospice is so much more than just coming in when a family member may be about to pass away. And we have great hospice care here in Dexter. And here's Mr. Randy Renfro, Reliable Appliance Repair. And I can say I had to use Mr. Randy in the past 6 or 8 months. Got me out of a jam with my dryer. So here's your Stoddard County Farm Bureau represented. And Mr. Jim Rhodes and Travis Miller, the two agents out there. They do an outstanding job. Oh yeah. The floats this year, it's going to be a tough job to judge those this year. We've had the opportunity to see several good floats, and this is Ruger Hancock, Little Mr. Bloomfield, Junior Miss Bloomfield, Emily Hancock. And Belle City Community Days, 19 months to 3 years queen, Zoe. So the Belle City Community Days queen. Here we have Kendall Evans, Young Miss Stoddard County Fair, Petite Miss Heartland, Young Miss May Hall Park Day. And I cannot read the name because there's a little bit of a glare, but Charlie Walker, but okay, Belle City Young Miss Charlie Walker.
We can do a Halloween reminder. They will be trick-or-treating Tuesday, 6 to 10. Halloween will be on.
Yeah, just if you're wondering, I know everybody does every year, the Halloween in the city of Dexter will be recognized on October the 31st, which is a Tuesday, and they're going to allow for 6 to 10 p.m. for trick-or-treaters. So trunk-or-treat is also that night, 5:30 to 7:30 at the Dexter High School. So hit up trunk-or-treat and then trick-or-treat till 10 o'clock that night. And that's on a Tuesday. And here's your Dexter FFA chapter. Mr. Wyman, the leader of the FFA group. And Luke Boyer there, driving the tractors. We talked about those Bearcats. He's a big part of the reason they're 4-1 this year. Luke was a second-team All-State lineman for the Bearcats. Miss Lauren Rasher. Lauren, a senior this year.
Okay.
It's crazy to see how these kids have grown up. My kids are around that age. They went from being little babies to young adults. Here we have America's Farmers Grow Community. This is a Monsanto float. So Asgrow out of Matthews, Missouri, with the Monsanto brand. So that's a pretty good float. I like that.
They're usually the top 3 every year.
Yep. Here we have the Puxico FFA, and looks like they have a banner for Progressive Farm Credit Services. So your Puxico FFA, the cotton theme and corn stalks. They are followed by your 2017 Little Miss Bernie, Brinley Owens, and Little Miss Bernie Drake Zimmerman, Little Mr. Bernie Drake Zimmerman. Also, we're getting a little bit of an engine there. Joshua Anna McGowan, Petite Miss Bernie 2017 is. We have here
Freedom of Road.
Silas Kiger, first alternate, Stoddard County Fair 2017. And this is your Freedom of Road Riders, as they are making their presence known here on Stoddard Street. And I'm sure the sound may be coming through, but it's even louder here right in front of the table. It's actually starting to cool down a little bit out here. The sun's going down. And if that was loud at home, you can only imagine how loud it was sitting here at the table. And another local business that's been in Dexter for many, many years, Williams Moving Company. I know 3 generations now there with Williams Moving Company is Harold, Rick, and Kel. And this is a 75 grand villa. The owner, J.W. Meinhardt, out of Wapapella. All right, sponsored by the Wapapella Civic Center. So J.W. Meinhardt. And I was unable to read the sign on the front of that one, but that's Miss Pearl Niehaus. So I do recognize Miss Pearl. Her husband, Randall, owns several collectible tractors. He's got a collection that's can't be matched hardly in this part of the country. So Miss Pearl Niehaus there. And I assume this may be Mr. Randall. Yes. Niehaus Salvage. So this is Randall Niehaus. Randall, a local farmer. His dad farmed east of Dexter for several years, so Niehaus Salvage, located here in Dexter. See Mr. Randall Niehaus there. Randall's with several tractors in the parade this year. This is just a small portion of the collection he has. We appreciate Randall taking the time to bring some of his toys out. As we get a little backfire action purposely there. One of the old John Deeres. It's amazing how far farming's come in the last 10 years, but you look over the last 20 to 30 years, 40 years, it's just unbelievable. And this is Show Me Mutters. Because I guess back in my day, we would refer to that as a Bigfoot. Bigfoot was a popular, so Show Me Mutters. And that's the Margarita Monster. This is Battles Storage and Auto truck. Battles Storage and Auto. So Battles Storage and Auto with 2 different vehicles here in the parade. Little Red Express truck. So you see your Little Red Express truck there. And here come the horses. Mr. Moreland, Moreland's Mules, Dexter, Missouri. Mr. Moreland, a retired highway patrol. Spent many years in law enforcement. Mr. Hunter Larson, Miss Tina Larson. Hunter, a 5th grader here at Dexter. Tina, a local business owner, and there's Mr. Danny. Used to seeing Danny on a bike. He's on a horse. And I miss that. Danny, just an outstanding guy. Probably one of the sweeter guys I know. And that will be the end of our Stoddard County Parade. I was not paying much attention, so the 90th year is in the books. I ran my mouth the entire time. Didn't give Miss Hillary or Miss Lori a chance to speak much. But again, I'm Kevin Bishop alongside my lovely wife, Lori Bishop, our lovely chamber director, Miss Hillary Starnes. Appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, big week here in Dexter. The tailgate is Friday night starting at 4:30. If you're setting up out there, try to get there early, get a hold of Hillary, because that school traffic will be tough to beat. But come out and support your local Bearcats. If you're in the county, come out and support your local businesses. Starting at 4:30. Game will follow at 7. Your Bearcats 4-1 this year. So we appreciate everybody that entered the parade this year. I do apologize if I messed any names up. Tried to do the best we could. So thank you to YHC and Tyler, and we'll see you again next year.